Hello and welcome back to Math with Mrs. Becker. Today in College Trig, you are going to be doing a fun worksheet that helps you to practice both the law of sines and on the back side, we will look at the law of cosines. Now remember, the law of sines and law of cosines help you to solve a triangle, meaning you can use them to find any missing sides, any missing angles. Starting off with the law of sines. In order to use this, you need to have an angle and the side across from it, because that's where you go ahead and you can form that into a fraction. It's the sine of the angle over the side opposite. From there, you can create another fraction with your variable and then solve by using cross multiplication. So I'm going to go ahead and do one with you just to kind of show you how this is all working. So here, if I want to find side A, I can use the law of sines because I have an angle and I have the side across from it. So it's the sine of 70 over the side across is 24. They want us to find side A. So in order to find side A, you need angle A. So this is sine of 78 over A. So here's how you set up the law of sines. Now we simply just cross multiply. So I would say A times the sine of 70 equals, cross multiply, 24 times the sine of 78. If I want to isolate A, I need to divide both sides by the sine of 70. So A equals, now you're going to put this into your calculator. Make sure that you are in degree mode since we're looking at triangles. So if I have 24 times the sine of 78, I like to hit enter just so I know the top is calculated, then divide by the sine of 70, and I have 24.98. So if I am rounding to the 10th, it would round up to 25.0. So now what you'll do, we figured out what A is. Your possible answers are in the middle here. So we have 25.0, so that is the answer for the first example. Once you use the solution, you will not use it again. Let's do one more for the law of sines. Let's come on over here and find an angle. Again, if I have an angle measurement and a side across, I can make a fraction. So sine of 75 over what's across from it is 10 equals, if I want to find a missing angle, if I want angle A, I need side A. So it's going to be the sine of angle A over side A, which is 8. Cross multiply. 8 times the sine of 75 equals 10 times the sine of A. I need to isolate A. So first thing, I need to divide both sides by 10. So again, I can put that on the calculator. 8 times the sine of 75 equals, divided by 10. I'm going to go 0.773. I'll round it to 3 places here and round my final answer to the 10th. Now to cancel a sign, you need to use an inverse sign. An inverse sign cancels a sign. That would isolate A. So if I go inverse sign of 0.773, when you put that into your calculator, I have 50.6 if I round it to the 10th. So now we look at our answers. Here is 50.6 right there, so that would be your answer. And so the next 6 on this worksheet, you will do the exact same thing. You'll be doing the law of sines. Now if we flip it over, when you do not have a side and an angle across from it, that's when you have to use the law of cosines. So let's go ahead and look at one example here. So if I'm using the law of cosines, if they want you to find angle A, you have to have side A all by itself. So 24 squared equals, now the rest of the problem will be focused right here, the two sides and the angle that it touches. So it's the two sides squared added together minus 2 times those two sides again, cosine, because we're doing the law of cosines, A. Now this is a lot of just going ahead and calculating. If I take 24 squared, it's 576. I can take 14 squared and 25 squared, calculate that. We get 821 minus 2 times 14 times 25, is 700 times the cosine of A. I need to isolate A. These are not like terms, so I can't combine them. So what I want to do is minus my 821 to the other side. 576 minus my 821 is negative 245. What I have left here is negative 700 times the cosine of A. I cannot eliminate a cosine because there's a number in the front. So divide both sides by negative 700. If I take negative 245 divided by negative 700, it's 0.35. That equals the cosine of A. Now to cancel the cosine, you do the inverse cosine. Again, make sure your calculator is in degree mode. Inverse cosine of 0.35. If I hit enter, it is 69.5 if I am rounding to the 10th. So just like on the previous side, we want to find the answer. 69.5 is right here. And that's what you'll be doing today. So this side is all the law of cosines. The other side is all the law of sines. Once you use an answer, you will not use it any longer. So feel free to just go ahead and cross it off. Let me know if you have any questions, and have a great weekend.